Hello and welcome to Sun Moon Self. My name is Olivia. I'm a professional astrologer based in Germany and originally from Eastern Europe. This channel is brand new and it's starting on the spring equinox, which is the perfect day for any new project. So this is why I picked the date, of course, as an astrologer, knowing exactly the benefits this energy brings, and this will also benefit you. In every individual sign, which I will go through, you have different areas into which this lunation falls. So you will have different areas in your life which will be more affected. But this energy is also a universal one, which means it will affect you in a broader sense and not just specifically in those areas of life. For fire signs, this falls into your first, ninth, and fifth house respectively. For Aries Sun, Aries rising, as well as Aries moon, if you were born at night, this will affect your first house. The first house is your whole outer personality, how you appear to the world, how you approach the world, how you approach changes, and also how you see yourself. So in the first house, this energy will bring you a big boost of confidence and maybe even a bit of a feisty, sassy energy, which will do you very good if you're not the most extroverted person on earth, usually. Not all Aries are automatically extremely extroverted, which is a bit of a contrast to the normal New Age view of things, but as I am not a New Age astrologer, I understand that the energies of the signs are distributed differently for everyone. So if you lack confidence, whether you're an Aries or not, this will affect everybody. It gives you more confidence during this time. So you will have the confidence to maybe, if it's in your first house, get that makeover that you've always wanted. On to the next fire sign, which is Leo. The new moon will fall into your ninth house. The ninth house is the house of beliefs, which is traditionally ruled by Jupiter. So this will affect your spirituality and areas of interest and maybe even physical travel to foreign countries, which is quite possible to increase during this time. It is also likely that when you can't afford or you just can't travel at the moment, you will travel somehow in your mind and you will definitely in one way or another expand your horizon. For the last fire sign, Sagittarius Sun, Moon if you were born at night, as well as the rising sign, this affects your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of creativity, self-expression, also self-esteem, and children. If you have children, this could bring a little bit of a conflict with them, as we not only have the sun and the moon in Aries, but also Chiron. Chiron is a planetoid or something else that astronomers actually aren't even sure what it is, but for us astrologers, Chiron indicates an area of some sort of wound or discomfort, or where you kind of put up your walls and try to avoid any confrontation. But it also has a great opportunity for healing. So wherever Chiron is, there is always the chance to heal that wound. So if you have children and you experience some form of conflict with them, it would be wise to just let the volcano erupt if that needs to be the case, so that you can clear the air and start over from a more balanced perspective and maybe possibly heal your relationship with them, which is quite likely. You also might feel the inclination or even the strong urge to pick up something like a hobby or a musical instrument, whatever brings you joy as a hobby or a form of creative self-expression, which could very well also be a professional self-expression. If you're a musician, for example, you will find a new burst of creativity which will benefit you greatly. On to the earth signs. The earth signs will be affected in their 12th house, their 8th house, and their 4th house, respectively. For Taurus, this lunation falls into your 12th house, which is where your dreams and subconscious area is. Also where you might experience something bubbling to the surface or yet under the surface that wants to come out, and it is very good to let it come out. So whatever it is that bothers you on a level that may still be half conscious, try to get to the bottom of it. Try to find out what it is that you feel isn't quite right. Maybe it's a person in your life that you thought was your friend and that turns out to be not so friendly after all. Who knows what it is specifically, but try to be curious about it and not be frustrated if you can't find out what it is that feels kind of off or wrong. You will find out eventually. The intention is there, and that is the first step to uncovering whatever it may be. For Virgo, this lunation is going to land in your 8th house. The 8th house is traditionally ruled by Scorpio, the sign of transformation, death and rebirth, mostly in a metaphysical sense and not the physical sense, so don't be afraid. This house is very interesting also because it deals with the finances that you share with somebody, with a partner, a life partner, or a business partner. Anything that concerns joint finances as well as intimacy in your relationship. Since we also have Chiron in this house, you may experience some form of discomfort when it comes to intimacy. Maybe there are things that you don't want to say or didn't want to say until now. But we also have Mercury in Aries at the moment. So this is the best encouragement for you to say what it is that bothers you or that makes you uncomfortable, because whatever it is, it has to come to the surface. The 8th house is also where you have an immense power of transforming yourself on a very, very deep level. So this is where you should take the chance, and you will most likely find the courage to do that, because as a Virgo you may be a little more reserved when it comes to expressing your emotions, but with Aries you just won't have the patience to hold it in any longer, and this is only going to benefit you also in the future. Capricorn, Capricorn rising and Capricorn moon if you were born at night. This concerns your 4th house. The 4th house is the house of your home, your literal home where you live, the country where you live, or your childhood home that has informed your earliest experiences in a home environment. This is the perfect time to move. So if you happen to move during this period, you couldn't have picked a better timing for it. This energy is going to benefit you greatly because you'll be able to tackle a pretty stressful activity swiftly and quickly, and this is the perfect time for this. Also, you may want to redecorate your home. Maybe you're just bored with the same old, same old. This is a good time for spring cleaning or just for a bit of a makeover within your 4 walls. That will make you feel much better. The air signs will mostly experience this energy in their 11th, 7th and 3rd houses. For Gemini, Gemini rising and Gemini moon at night, this is going to be in your 11th house, the house of your friends, social groups, including social media, the pages you hang around on, mostly if you spend a lot of time on social media, or your group of fans if you're a famous star. So this will affect your 11th house. You may be a little less patient with people and not so ready as usual to let things slide that bother you, as Gemini energy tends to be extremely tolerant of everyone's different point of views and where they're coming from. You may be less tolerant now, and you may insist on simply not having certain people around because you find that you're not vibing with them so well. Your ideals in life may also undergo a bit of a redirection or reconsideration, which ultimately is only a good thing, because wherever you stop and think twice about something, this is where you have the chance to change something about it that may bother you. For Libra, this affects your 7th house. This is the house of marriage or partnerships, or even your enemies that you are aware of. So if during this period your enemies or people you just don't get along with so well start flaring up and bothering you, you shouldn't fear confrontation. You shouldn't be afraid to just say things to their face if need be, but also be aware that Aries energy brings with it a lot of impatience and impulsivity. So since Mercury is also in Aries at the moment, you may want to take a step back and reconsider, so that you don't say things that you may regret later. If you're looking for a partner, this is a great time to find someone new, as you will naturally feel a little more extroverted, and you may also feel the inclination to flirt a bit more than usual. For Aquarius, this is your third house that is affected the most. Your third house is your immediate neighborhood and also the way that you transport yourself to work every day if you don't work from home. So this could affect whatever it is that you use to get to work. Maybe you'll get a new car, or maybe you'll just really be fed up with your old car. Maybe you'll have a bit of an issue with neighbors. Again, this is quite similar to what I said before for Libra. Be aware that Aries makes you a tad more impatient than usual. So again, take a step back and reconsider what you were saying. Maybe you should just give it a bit more time. Maybe your neighbors also feel a little more riled up than usual, or a little more fiery. So whatever it is, it will likely blow over pretty soon. The water signs will experience the new moon in Aries in their 10th, 6th and 2nd house respectively. Cancer, Cancer rising and Cancer moon, if you were born at night, you will feel this energy big time in your 10th house. The 10th house is your public image, your public reputation, your status in your job, in your career. So you will find that maybe you'll get a promotion, or maybe you'll finally have the courage to ask for that promotion that you feel you deserve, or you will get more clients as a business person. You might also get new opportunities for networking and for improving your status within your career. So I would suggest to embrace this energy, as it will only last for a few weeks, but those few weeks might very well lay the groundwork for something much more durable that will benefit you for a long time. Scorpio, your 6th house is affected by this lunation. The 6th house is your daily work, your routine, what you do day in, day out, which you may find a little boring during this time. You may find yourself really bored with your job or annoyed with the same old every day. Maybe you need a makeover when it comes to this area as well. Your health is also something that you might be more concerned with during this time. You could review your life choices in the area of health. You could review your diet. You could find that maybe you're not on the best path when it comes to taking good care of your body. So this can also be a good encouragement for you to find a way to improve your health, something that works for you. Last but certainly not least, Pisces. This will affect your 2nd house. This is the house of money that you make by yourself. And it's also where your general values lie, what you find important in life, your priorities, your material well-being, and you will revise this area. You will think about the way you make a living. You will maybe even find new streams of income, new ways of making money that you may not have thought of before, or that you have lacked the courage to tackle before. Now you will have the extroversion, now you will have the confidence and maybe even spunk to find something new for yourself that you will find beneficial and advantageous in the long run. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to make a lot more and make regular uploads as well. So if you did enjoy it, please feel free to share it. Please leave a like, a comment if you're so inclined, and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget the notification bell so you're always up to date with my latest uploads. If you like, you can also follow me on other social media channels that I'm linking below. And you can also get an individual reading on sunmoonself.com if you're interested. Until next time, bye bye.